Must-have designer fragrances. You guys like a change in scenery, so I'm giving it to you. I'm going on my morning walk to help these hips loosen up a little bit from all the thrusting I did last night. To put you on to designer fragrances that you need in your repertoire. Now, the fun thing is that this isn't my list. This is a list cultivated by y'all in the community board. So I'm going to put you on to 10 recommendations, because there were much more. 10 recommendations of designer fragrances that are needs, not wants, needs in your collection according to y'all. So let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you on to 10 designer fragrances that you absolutely need in your collection according to y'all. Listen, morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. On a morning walk while wifey does whatever she has to do to loosen up the hips so I can thrust even better on a daily basis. Whoa. Now, ultimately, this isn't a list for wants. This is a list for needs. These are fragrances that I have in my collection that I think every dude needs in their collection. These are designer fragrances that are integral parts of collections.
Men need to support other men.
Legendary pieces, must-haves, whether they be corporate sexy, panty dropping, or just beautiful designer fragrances that cultivate an amazing memory. So one of these fragrances is none other than one of my absolute favorites in the designer space, a classical masterpiece if I do say so myself, and that's Chanel Platinum Egoist. Among the old school legendary fragrances, I dare you to challenge me on the sexiness of this fragrance and you not being able to pull this joint off in 2024. That's Fougere royalty. That shit is beautiful, ultra sexy, wildly masculine, definitely able to be pulled off in 2024, and I'm gonna absolutely agree. That is a must-have in anybody's collection when they like designer fragrances, not to mention it's Chanel, papo. It's gonna be solid. Next one. The next one mentioned just happened to be another Chanel fragrance, and that's Eau Extreme. He actually indicated it's either Allure or Allure Eau Extreme, which I kind of feel the confusion. Personally, I would go for the Allure route instead of the Eau Extreme, because the Eau Extreme for me just doesn't do shit. But who am I to deny your choices of fragrance, right? For the type of hype that Eau Extreme gets, I don't find it to be that amazing off my skin. It isn't a bad scent, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about personal taste. Now, Allure, on the other hand, just sings off of my skin, and I think that's a very solid selection for a designer fragrance, if I do say so myself. But this is your selection, your list, and your recommendation, so hey, get either of those. I guess they're must-haves. Next one. Now, the next fragrance is by the house of Tom Ford, and that's Noir Extreme. I get it. It took me a while to jump onto that bandwagon, and a lot of people are like, yo, why isn't this on any of Cuba's list? I was sleeping on it. I 100% slept on it. I'm not sleeping on it no more. It's an amazing scent profile, although it doesn't have the crazy versatility as some of the other scents, because for me, I kind of feel that it caters a little bit more to the cold weather. But handsome, absolutely. Sexy, yes. Date night, yes. Signature, 100%. No matter what I say, no matter what temperature, you can easily pull that scent off. So I definitely agree that is a designer fragrance that you need to have in your repertoire. It's nice. Next. Now, this next fragrance, I had to do a double take. Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme Ultime. Ultime. Okay. I mean, if you consider that like a must-have designer, this is your list. Who am I to judge?
I can feel the internet judging me right now.
I'm judging 100%. Maybe it's just, I don't know, I had a really crappy first impressions of Ultime. Maybe I need to revisit that fragrance. Maybe I'll even rebuy it again just to revisit it, unless I could just jump into a Sephora and see. The last Sephora didn't have it in the YSL lineup that I can remember, but maybe I just need to smell it again in 2024. There's been other fragrances that I have found to be subpar, that the way the nose develops or whatever shit does change, so maybe it could be a fucking vibe now, but I don't know. Right now, I can't agree with you on it being a must-have designer fragrance. But again, it's your list. A lot of people may agree with you here. I don't for now. Next one. Now, this next one is kind of a cop-out answer. I understand, and I don't disagree, but it's kind of like a cheat code. They indicated one of the 3 blue fragrances, kind of like the holy trinity of blue fragrances. We're talking about YSL, Bleu de Chanel, and Dior Sauvage. Any of those 3. That's kind of like the cheat answer, and Dior Sauvage was mentioned a couple times on the community board. And although it's a cheat code answer and kind of like a real whatever, no thought process behind it, I can't disagree. One of those 3 fragrances are kind of a must-have in the collection. Even if you think they're fuckboy, which they 100% are, we can't sit here and deny that the shits work, and they do get the compliment factor. They are versatile, they are clubby, they are work safe, they are signature scents. The popularity speaks for itself. So I do agree on that aspect, like, yo, these shits are gonna hit no matter which one you pick. If I were to put that trilogy in a particular type of order, I personally would go Sauvage Elixir, followed by Bleu de Chanel Parfum Edition, and then go for a YSL, possibly the Parfum Edition, but it would definitely be on the latter end of the selection that I would choose. So yeah, a cheap answer, but I get where you were going with it. Next one. Now the next one, a bit of a surprise. Bleu de Isis, which is a 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐻𝑒 flanker. I don't remember it, to be honest with you. I'm not that sure of how that scent smelled like, but 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐻𝑒 fragrances kind of have a little bit of like a designer cult following. I find that anytime I post something on the community board or I ask some people in comments, something 𝐖𝐈𝐍𝐻𝑒 comes up, and I'm not saying they got bad fragrances by any means. I personally think Pulse of a Night is gangst, but I don't personally know Bleu de Isis, but this individual indicated that they're not even a designer person. They're more in the niche space, but that's one like that people need to have in their stash. So guess what you did? You influenced me to look into it. Here goes another purchase by Uncle Cuba. Next one's a hell yeah Valentino Uomo Intense. Oh, gorgeous, bro. It battles Dior Homme Intense 100%. The powderiness, the sexiness, the date night lituation factor in that fragrance is amazing off of my skin. Not a difficult to get fragrance. It is quite delicious, very handsome. You gotta be appreciative of the powdery essence. You gotta like that lipstick bag, makeup-y powder kind of scent profile. And if you don't, I think this is a great entry point for you to try out. A very sexy scent, if I do say so myself, and not one that you should just put to the side. Definitely give that one a shot, because I 100% think that fragrance should be in people's collection for sure. Great recommendation. Next one. Now this guy is a genius. Dior Homme Parfum. Hell yes. I don't even think there's more that I need to say about that scent. Hell yes, 1,000,000%. It's now a little bit easier to get in the United States, but if you live overseas or have an overseas plug, I hear that shit's like 99 bucks at like the duty free. In the US, not even in the US, but online, I think Fragrance Buy or Fragflex still may have it available for like 160 or 170. I think it's a go. The best Dior Homme for me, my taste. Bro, it's $1 million fragrance. Like, you smell like masterpiece. You smell like a dude in a beautiful, properly tailored tuxedo with the best shiny shoes, red bottoms. Your shape up and your beard have never looked crazier. Your haircut is damn near perfection. Your skin is glowing. You got no crow's feet. You look like a fucking star. That's the profile that I get from Dior Homme Parfum. Yeah. You need it. Next one. Fam, I'm not used to this joint doing these videos. Look, I got a whole set of Bambis behind. Do these shits attack or bite? Oh my god, there's like 500. Whose house is this, bro? What do they have on their lawn? Hey, back up, bro. I'm strapped. I don't want to hunt you like Joe Rogan. What the hell is that? It's a bunch of Bambis. I had to stop for a second looking at the list. My man, what fragrance did you just recommend? As a daily, Versace Eros Flame. What? Like a must-have. In your design. I'm about to go slap one of those deers because you said something that's stupid. Versace Eros Flame is a designer fragrance that's a must-have. Really?
Delete that shit, bro. Delete it.
Let's just okay, listen, I'm not agree to disagree. It has, I guess it has mass appealing DNA. I guess out of all design, that one's a must-have. Okay. Thank God we're back into reality. Armani Code Profumo. Hell yeah. A little tough to get nowadays, but yeah, this squishy shit. Yeah, that shit is ultra sexy. Nice and powdery as well. Little leather-y action. Dark, spicy, powdery, leather, little sweetness. I believe it's coming from Tonka. The shit's got body. It's got great performance. Truly one of maybe 2 Armani Code fragrances that I give any love to. Yeah, that's a solid one. If you can get it, definitely put that shit in your repertoire. Armani Code Profumo, Fuego. Next one. My guy said every man should own a bottle of Tom Ford Oud Wood. Every man. I don't want to hear nothing about it. I'm not even gonna argue that. Every man should have Tom Ford Oud Wood. That shit is crazy. I'm not gonna lie though, what's been captivating my soul a little bit more has been Ebony Fumé, which is it's risky. It's risky. It's not standard. I don't think it's as versatile as Tom Ford Oud Wood is, but Oud Wood is candela. That shit is flames, bro. So yeah, I'm not gonna fight with you on that one. Oud Wood, that's a stable piece. as a staple piece. And that's basically it. These are designer fragrances that are must-haves in the collection according to you guys. And I want to know, do you guys share the same sentiments? Do you agree with some of the options, or you think that there are way better options? And do you need a part 2? I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. You know who it is. Biggest in the game. Smooches.
Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would